So you finished your GCSEs, you've opened your results, you're going sixth form, you're going college, whatever it is, and you're thinking, what do I need? What will I need in these next 2 years to help me get through it, to help make this journey as easy as possible? Well, realistically, if you have clothes, pretty like, I don't know too much about clothes because in my sixth form we have a uniform, but you have enough clothes and enough stationery, you'll get through the year. That's all you need. But there are things that will make your journey a lot more comfortable, a lot more easy in the sense of the amount of work that you have to put in, or things that will make it more enjoyable maybe. And I'm going to be covering everything in this video that I think really helped me throughout my year 12 journey. I finished year 12 and I'm going into year 13. And what it is that you should be looking to buy if you don't already have, or looking to pack in your bag for your first day. So let's get into it. Now let's quickly mention clothes. Don't worry about the clothes that you're going to wear. As long as it's something that's appropriate for the school setting and a couple pairs, like, you don't need too much. You don't need to be worrying about a different outfit every single day. No one next week or in 2 weeks time is gonna be like, oh, I saw you wore that last week. Like, no, trust me, no one cares. You're there for 2 years, man. Just go do your work, get your grades, and get out, man. No one's gonna remember that you re-wore the same jumper, you re-wore that. No one cares. So just buy enough clothes to last you throughout a week. Put them in the wash in the weekend. Reload it the next week. Like, as I mentioned before, in my sixth form we have a uniform, so that's not something we need to worry about too much. But yeah. And in terms of stationery, get your pens, pencils, and there might be things that you need for specific subjects. Like if you're doing maths or further maths, you need to get a specific calculator. In fact, this one right here, but this is an older version. You can't buy this anymore. But if you can get your hands on the white version, do it. It's so much better than the new version. Every teacher says this. I'll be putting a link in the description if you think you want to buy the white one over the newer one that Casio has released, which I definitely recommend. And yeah, you could even be the guy that literally goes to a class and be like, yo, do you have a pen I can borrow? Can I use it for the rest of the day? It's a bit annoying, but realistically, you could even get through the year like that. And there were times where I had to do that because I ran out of pens. And you know, you run out of pens, you can't be asked to buy new ones, so you just start borrowing people's stuff. Yeah, man, just get your essential stationery. And now let's talk about things that really helped me get through year 12 to make my journey a lot easier. And the first thing I want to mention is headphones. It can literally be any wireless headphones that you have, even wired ones. Like if you're not too fussed about wires getting everywhere, get yourself wired headphones. And I'm sure most of you watching this video have headphones at home that you can connect to your phone. Because the sixth form environment, the college environment, it can get busy. Busy in the sense that everyone's really loud. Everyone's shouting across the room. Everyone's doing all sorts. And you just need to zone out from the rest of the area, to focus on your work. Put your headphones in. Listen to music. I listen to music while doing work, I'll be honest. And yeah, people say, oh, you shouldn't listen to music, you can't concentrate. But I'd rather listen to music at a lower volume than listen to the people around me in my sixth form when I'm trying to get some work done. So definitely invest in a pair of headphones if you don't have any at all. Another thing that is essential, in my opinion, is either an iPad, laptop, or computer. I'll get to the iPad tablet bit in a bit, but laptop and computer, one of the two. Not to bring to sixth form. There are people that bring it to sixth form. They back it out in like their studies or their free periods, even in their lessons, like if the teacher allows it, and they start doing their work on that or doing their flashcards on the laptop. I don't think that's necessary. I never brought in an iPad laptop to school, but it's very important to have one at home because you can get away with doing your GCSEs without access to the internet, without access to online resources. But with A levels, there's a lot more independent study that you have to do, and online resources will definitely be useful. And you don't even have to worry about this laptop unless you plan on using it long term, like you're gonna take it to uni. It doesn't have to be anything too like bougie or anything. Just a simple laptop does it. You just need to be browsing the internet or like using resources on, like watching YouTube videos on it about your course or whatever. That's realistically the only use for your sixth form that you will need, or using Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, if you have to create a presentation. Very basic stuff, so you don't need to get a very expensive laptop, computer, as long as you're able to access online resources. But I think you do need some sort of device other than your phone so you can see it on a larger screen. And staying in the line of electronics, I say we go after power banks. Unless you're someone that's really good at time management, that's keeping track of your battery percentage, you're almost close to full at the beginning of the school day, invest in a power bank. There's so many times where I have to ration the use of my phone in sixth form, because you do have to use your phone in sixth form for educational purposes. Like in your supervised studies, your free periods, you want to look at certain questions online, you will be using your phone. And I'm sure a lot of you know, as time goes by, the battery of your phone is not very good. I'm grateful that my phone's battery is relatively good. I'm recording on it right now. But invest in a power bank, because sometimes like I try not to put my phone in charge overnight, and I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh shit, I'm only on 30%. What am I gonna do? I have to get through a whole school day on 30%. So invest in a power bank and try and it's a bit selfish, but try and use it in a way that not many people can see it, because there will be people that ask you like, oh let me use your power bank please. Like, I'm not against helping other people out, but you need to be thinking about yourself first, prioritizing yourself. So maybe put it in charge in your bag or something like that. Now, in terms of books, this is where the iPad thing I wanted to talk about comes in. Your school is probably going to offer you exercise books. Not offer you, but you get one. My sixth form, I get exercise books. I get textbooks. So I don't need to worry about that. But it's important to have spare books, like just like a book of lined paper, a book of squared paper, for your extra work that you will be doing, your independent work outside of your lessons and your supervised studies, where you want to do some maths, so you get your squared paper or your lined paper, whatever, and you start working in that. And this is where the iPad tablet thing comes into play. Some people bring iPads to school, their tablets, the one with the Apple Pencil or some kind of electronic pen where they can write on the tablet, they can write on the screen. And I think that is useful in the sense that you're not wasting paper. You don't need paper. You can start working wherever you want. You can do your questions on the thing and you can save your files. That is very important as well. But this is something which I wouldn't say is 100% necessary. Like, I didn't bring my iPad to school. I did my work on paper. But there were times at home, I have an iPad, I have an Apple Pencil when I'm doing my maths on my notes app or OneNote. And it is helpful in the sense, I feel like it's not helpful, but it's a bit different. So it's like, oh, I'm writing my Apple Pencil, so let me work more. It's not a motivating thing, but trying to convey the message as clearly as I can. But you're saving paper, and it's a cooler way of working. You're writing in a cooler way. You're doing it on your iPad screen, so you might work for longer, kind of thing. And obviously, if your sixth form doesn't provide you with notebooks, you should probably buy some yourself. Or if you plan on doing all your work electronically, then do your work electronically, but ensure that your devices are charged, or you have a power bank. You bring chargers to school, because let's say you're in a lesson and your shit runs out, what are you gonna do? So definitely keep that in mind. Now, another thing that I recommend is either on your phone, or if you're someone that likes to have some like a physical thing, get yourself a planner or use your calendar app on your phone and keep track of deadlines, because the workload is a lot more in sixth form. The work gets a lot harder and a lot more frequent. You need to be keeping track with deadlines. You need to be staying up to date with lessons, because if you fall behind, it gets difficult to catch up. You need to catch up as well as keep up with the things that you're doing in class, and it does get difficult, trust me. I had surgery, I had an ancient tooth there. I'm still trying to get my teeth patterned, but I had surgery and I missed like a week and a bit of school, and it got difficult to catch up. Trust me, I went to India in Christmas holidays and I came back. I missed like 2 weeks of school. It's difficult to catch up and keep up with work. Luckily, I'm happy to say that I'm somewhat academically gifted, so I'm able to keep up. But it does get difficult. I was struggling, asking people for notes, doing this and doing that. Sometimes your teachers aren't the most helpful people either, so you need to be keeping track of your deadlines. Keep your planner with you, write your deadlines, write important dates, exam dates, whatever. Or use your calendar app. I use the calendar app. I don't use a physical planner, but definitely do it. Now, another thing I want to talk about, one last thing, is your folders. People keep folders for individual subjects, mainly because you do get a lot of handouts, a lot of sheets. And if you're not someone that's good at sticking this into your exercise book and you have them lying around, you get your tests back and you want to keep everything organized, then get a folder. Now, me personally, I don't have a folder. I mean, I do, but I don't use it for keeping my sheets. I just keep it in my book, and that's not a great idea. And I wouldn't say I lose things, but sometimes it's possible that you do lose things. So if you keep a folder, everything stays in one place, everything stays organized, and everything goes well. The point of this video is I want to show that you see all these YouTube videos, you see all the people around you going on full shopping sprees, full shopping hauls for their sixth form, their college, or buying all these highlighters. Like, realistically, do you need highlighters? Like, it might be useful depending on your subject. Like, maybe you do history, you need to highlight key stuff. I don't use highlighters. I never have had to use highlighters, and even if I do, like, you can just ask someone. And that's just basic stationery I'm talking about. And think about all these people that go out to buy bare equipment, bare shit, like buying new this, new that. Just bare tech stuff, bare bougie stuff. Like, you don't need it. Like, you wearing a different outfit every day is not gonna get you an A star. You bringing next bougie tech stuff to school is not gonna get you an A star. It's about the work that you put in, and you don't need all these dumb shit to get you good grades. As long as you're willing to put in the work, you're willing to put in the effort, you'll be fine. That's all you need. You need yourself, and you need to be in school, and you need to be at home, and you need to be working hard. And yeah, I think realistically, you don't need anything more than this list. And if you do have any questions, you think you might need something, you're a bit confused about what to buy, we have any video requests, literally anything, ask any questions in the comment section. I get happy when I get a notification someone's commented and I can answer and I can help you out. That's the entire point of my comment section. I want to be able to help you guys. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to join a community, a growing community, which I hope to take to the next level one day, to make this really an influential page to help you guys in your academic journey, your personal well-being, and everything relating to your development, your growth as a person. So make sure you like and subscribe, And thank you very much for watching the video. I know I look different, innit? Man's got a buzz cut. I got it last week before I went holiday. I was gonna make an entire video on why I got a buzz cut, but if I had to sum it up, I valued my hair too much to the point where I stopped liking my hair. But I cared about it so much. It was just a thing like that, innit? And I was like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna get rid of it. I got rid of it. I feel great. I know I don't look like my best. I've clean shaved. I went on holiday like this, but it's calm. I'm happy that I'm able to lose attachment to the things which realistically do not matter. The way you come dressed in sixth form, with whether it's expensive stuff or cheap stuff, as long as you're dressed appropriately, it doesn't matter. No one cares. No one's gonna remember. After these 2 years, you're never gonna speak to these people again. I'd be so real with you. I'll go into another video. I'll go into it in more depth. Probably like a watch this before you start a sixth form thing. Just talking about my experience and the things that I've got to learn from them. And yeah, that was a long outro, but thank you very much for watching.